Jonathan from Rain Brothers here, rainbrothers.com. We're going to go over how to install the quartz sleeve and the UV lamp inside our UV Dynamics sterilization systems. Now this is a UVD 400, and you'll notice as you unbox it that you have two cartons. The one that is marked lamp has this little sticker that says O-ring kit included with an up arrow. If we pop this one open, at the very top there is a plastic bag with the O-rings in it. This is very important. You have to use this before you can install the other component, which is the quartz sleeve. The quartz sleeve is simply a glass tube that encases the UV lamp and protects it from getting wet. This is what we want to keep clean, and we're going to do annual maintenance on this, or even semi-annual maintenance, and I'll go over that in a second. But before we install this quartz sleeve, we want to slide this O-ring on over the top of the tube, and we're going to put this retaining piece in to the quartz sleeve, and inside this there is an orange O-ring. It does help to pour some water into this system, and what I like to do is cup it with my hand and just pour a little in there to wet that orange O-ring, and it just makes that quartz sleeve easier to slide on. So then we take the quartz sleeve and gently twist it until it bottoms out on that retaining clip there. Then we're going to take the quartz sleeve and feed it into the top of the UV system and gently twist it to make sure it's not cross-threaded, and we're only going to hand tighten it. We're going to twist it on there hand tight, don't use a wrench. And then the next step is going to be to put the UV lamp into the quartz sleeve. With the UV lamps, you want to make sure not to touch any part of the lamp other than the blue ceramic parts. Oh, I almost forgot. With this system, there is a spring. If you have a closed UV tube where the bottom is closed off, you'll need to put this spring in to the quartz sleeve before we install the lamp. That just drops right into the quartz sleeve, and that's going to hold up the lamp so that it doesn't fall all the way down. You can see it bouncing up there. Now, the last step is going to be plugging in the lamp into the adapter here that plugs into the ballast. The ballast is what powers the lamp and monitors it. There are two ways that plug can go into the lamp. If it doesn't line up, then you have the wrong way, but there are two directions in which it does line up. It is a rectangle. You want to make sure that once you plug it in, it is fully tight and there's no gap between the plug and the UV lamp. And then at that point, we're going to drop that lamp back into the quartz sleeve. We're going to twist this thumb screw to hold that lamp down in place. And you'll notice there is a green and yellow grounding wire coming out of this ballast plug. And that is going to go into this threaded stud right on the UV lamp itself. It just threads on there, and this nut and lock washer thread down to clamp that grounding wire. Tightens down. Usually you can get it hand tight. Sometimes you need a crescent wrench. And that UV lamp is now installed. And then once we have that done, we're going to simply plug in the cord into the ballast and then plug it into a 115 volt receptacle to power up the UV system. Now, to maintain the UV system, we're going to essentially just do the opposite of what we did. The first thing you're going to want to do before you start working on the UV system is you're going to close off a valve, an isolation valve, before the filtration components. So this is upstream of the UV, so the flow is this direction. We're going to close this valve off. We'll make sure that this supply valve is open to the house, and at that point we're going to open a faucet to bleed out excess pressure in the lines. We're going to leave that faucet open until no more water flows, at which point we'll close this valve and unplug the UV system to allow it to cool down. You want to let it sit for a few minutes before we start working on it. Once it's cool, you're going to, this is usually done at the same time you replace the filters. So a lot of times you'll have a bucket in place ready to replace these sediment filters. So you can untwist the sediment cartridges, empty out the water that way, let the water bleed out, replace the cartridges, the cartridge filters, and then start working on the UV. To work on the UV, we're just going to unthread this thumb screw. That's going to lift up the lamp. We don't have to remove this grounding wire to release it from the ballast. We just unplug it there, lift the lamp out, and this lamp should be replaced annually. The ballast will start beeping when the lamp life has expired after 365 days. We'll set this lamp in a safe place, and then we're going to simply unthread this retainer, pull out the quartz sleeve and inspect it, and we want to make sure that we can see through it. It should be clear glass. If it's not, all we have to do is wipe down the quartz sleeve with a clean dry cloth, lint-free cloth ideally. And if it's still not clearing up, we can soak this quartz sleeve in CLR, which will break up any hardness on the quartz sleeve, or you can use vinegar to soak it and ensure that it does clear up. Then after we do that, we're just going to follow the installation procedure and tighten this by hand. Carefully set the lamp in, only touching the ceramic components. We're going to plug in the ballast to the lamp, tighten the thumb screw, and we'll plug the UV back in. And at this point, once the UV is plugged in, we're going to again open a sink. We're going to open this valve fully, making sure our filter housings are tight, and then we're going to just crack this valve to allow water to slowly pass through. And we want to crack it in case there is a leak somewhere. We notice it before it starts running full bore. And then we'll slowly just open this valve, checking for leaks, purging air through the sink, and then eventually open it all the way and run the system.